How are you? Let me just do a quick check-in. How are you feeling this morning, Mike and Dorally? Just give us
I'm
a quick
feeling
check-in.
great. How
Started.
is everybody else?
Doing well, doing well. I'm doing great and having a good morning. Nice and sunny and almost 80 degrees today here in LA.
Awesome,
Nice.
awesome. But I seen a Facebook post from a couple of my friends in Milwaukee. I think one of our entrepreneur friends that my Jacqueline Ward, she mentioned, I think she said it's been 3 or 4 days with no sun.
Saw that.
And I just was just reflecting and remembering my journey from Wisconsin to Arizona and how I crave the sun. And so as I was thinking, like the last couple of days, Dorley, we didn't have sun, and I can tell you I was extra tired. My mood was different, and I am a sun baby. I need that sun in my life. And this morning, the sun was welcoming me to Wednesday from my bedroom window, and I was like, "Yes, Arizona, come through."
Yeah, for real. I grew up here, so this is what I'm used to. I'm used to hot and hotter. I'm not used to sun.
Right, right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get this party started. First of all, let me introduce and reintroduce myself. My name is Carmen Ray. I reside in the beautiful, amazing, sunny state of Arizona by way of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, simply came to Arizona for a weekend vacation and decided to stay. And most of my adult life, I have been a social entrepreneur and really have developed a passion and a purpose around connecting women entrepreneurs, primarily home-based business owners, solopreneurs, consultants, and just different coaches that really, really want to connect with entrepreneurs. So we have developed a community called Be Well Network is my business. And what we do is make sure that we connect people to professionals that can help them get to where they want to go at a quicker pace. And we stand on 3 pillars. We want people to be well connected on their entrepreneurial journey. We want them to be well informed and be well inspired. And that's what we're all about. We'll make sure that you have information about the Be Well community as well as the work of Michael DeMond. And for all of your housing needs, you'll definitely be able to connect with Dorally. So, let me just give them a minute to introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about who they are and what they do. Mike, you want to go first?
Sure. My name is Michael DeMond. I'm the Chief Marketing Consultant for WeMerge Media and also a marketing technologist who loves technology, loves the internet, is having a great time, having this extra time in my days to be able to learn all these new technologies so that I can then make them part of my online workshop classes that we're doing called the Do-It-Yourself Marketing Series. So I'm having a great time supporting Carmen with these live videos. I feel like I'm a DJ. I've never been a DJ before, but it's like I'm a Zoom DJ now. So it's just good to be part of the network and to have this opportunity to work with Carmen over all these years. And I really am passionate about helping small business owners use technology to be able to start, grow, and manage their business online.
Absolutely. And what I love about the work that Mike does for our community and so many others is the fact that you can make a choice. Some of us that have some technology savvy, you can really work with Mike and he can teach you. Like for my daughter Imani that we interviewed yesterday, Mike was able to show her a few things and she whipped out her own website. She's been maintaining her website. But let me just tell you about her mother, which will be me. I had a Zoom session with Mike, and it literally took me 4 hours to figure out the fact that I don't even have the right updates of Zoom on my computer to do what it is I was trying to do. So in my case, being a seasoned entrepreneur for over 30 years, I know that my time is priceless and I'm leaning into my gifts, talents, and abilities. I truly believe in going from good to great. So to serve my business, I am committed to having Mike to be I call him a producer, for me to have this vision of wanting to do more Zoom meetings, to do YouTube and all of that, but I'm not going to take my time to go and deal with the learning curve of me figuring that stuff out. So when you partner with Mike, you have the opportunity to be one of one of those do-it-yourselfers like Imani and so many others, or you can be like me and just hire him to do all of the background stuff, and then you could just show up and have fun with people like Dorally. So you have that option to figure out what works best for you, right, Mike?
Exactly. Options are good.
Good. Dorally, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Dorally Leyva. I'm a realtor here in the Phoenix area. I've been in real estate alone for over a year and a half now, but I do have a background in the lending part. So very familiar, with the back process of what buying a house is. Now I'm at the front end, which is a lot more rewarding. I get to, talk to people about their dreams, what they have in mind, and make it a reality as far as housing goes, and the space, and making sure that whatever it is that they're going to purchase is going to grow their investment, grow their portfolio. So it's I feel like I'm a matchmaker. I can match people to their dream home. So my business is more about educating people. I am not. I think we get a bad rap of being pushy salespeople. That is not my style. It's more about educating and putting information out there, that is going to help you make an informed decision about your housing needs. I grew up here in Phoenix, originally from Mexico, so this is home. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I love it here. I know Phoenix. I love Phoenix, and so I'm here to stay. I'm here to grow my business and get through this pandemic along with everyone else.
Exactly. Well, for anybody in the Be Well community, which we have an exclusive membership with a couple different levels, and Dorally is one of our sponsors and preferred VIP members. In addition to that community, we have a larger community that we gather on Facebook that's close to 1,000 members. And within that membership, we have many people in real estate that can really help you. But I want you guys to understand the woman behind the work. That's what our whole mission is with Be Well. So let me back up a little bit and let you know how we met and why I wanted to spotlight Dorally, because it's really not about the product or service always. There's so much competition out there, but I want you to understand the heart of the person, because that is when we can really show evidence that we purchase and we do business with people that we know, like, and trust, right? So when I met Dorally, I met her through another social media group, and a gentleman that is a power networker here in Arizona, Carlos. We didn't know each other. We started a little inbox conversation, and she was so generous in connecting me with different people. She understood the power of networking and sharing and educating immediately. She just got it. I was like, okay. A couple years from now, my goal is to purchase a condominium in Scottsdale, Arizona. But because of how Dorally received me, supported me, shared, and the way that she went out of her way to even donate all of the registration bags for our last Be Well event, she just did so much, and she just showed up. So when I'm ready to make that purchase, that she's going to be the first person I'm going to come to for that.
I really
So when anytime someone in our network, in our community, mentions anything about purchasing or selling their home, her impact and her ability to really show up for others, expecting nothing, is the people that you really want to do business with. So I just want to give some background to our relationship, because people are going to say, well, why wasn't the Be Well community spotlighting me? I've been doing real estate. It's because I'm really into the heart of the person, and my goal is to make sure when I experience a person, especially women entrepreneurs, that really are committed to their work and what they do and willing to educate us on the process and the power of home ownership, It is my goal is to make sure that we are driving traffic and we're driving business to her. So if you're out there listening and you're in the Arizona area, I want you to make sure that you connect with Dorally, have a conversation with her so you can experience the same value that I did when I connected with her immediately. She's a woman of her word. She is truly committed to helping, not just to sell you a home, but to match you with a home and the budget that fits you and your family. So Dorally, I'm excited about us being able to have a conversation today.
Thank you. I'm excited too. Thank you for all your kind words. I really appreciate that.
You are so welcome and you're so deserving. My next question for you is, what is your approach? Tell us a little bit about your approach, some of the things that you really stand on, best practices as you work with people to assist them with home ownership.
So my approach is, again, educating. We want to see where you're at with your credit first. And if you're not there, I'm not going to forget about you. We're going to put a plan together. We're going to work with you. We're going to coach you. We're going to tell you what to do so you can get your credit score where it needs to be. You know, credit is everything here in the US.
Yes.
You can't buy anything without credit. So
True.
if you don't have your credit where it needs to be because in the past you had to go to the hospital, you didn't pay your medical bills, we'll educate you. And there's so many things that so many misconceptions with utilizing credit correctly, that first and foremost they want to educate you so your credit doesn't continue on that decline, and teach you what to pay, what not to pay, what to say, what not to say. So more than anything, we focus on credit. Then obviously, because that's what you need in order to buy anything here. So then we talk about down payment. There's down payment assistance programs out there available for everyone. There is a credit minimum credit score that you need to have. That's why credit is so important. It's important that you know all the programs out there to take advantage of them. There's free money out there for people to buy a house. So educate you on the pros and the cons of those programs, and you know if it's the best thing for you and your family.
Okay, I love that. So let's talk. I know Milwaukee market. I know what the housing market is there because that's where I was born and raised. But let's talk. I knew about all of the first-time home buyer programs and all of that. As a matter of fact, I still act like I'm on vacation in Arizona. I still watch Milwaukee news. I know all of the things that's going on, but I am very poorly educated on what's happening here in Arizona. So tell me about one. What if somebody has had credit challenges? What is the minimum credit score that it takes to even look or consider home ownership?
So the minimum credit score for an FHA loan, which an FHA loan is a government-backed loan, that's a 580. At that credit score, you do not qualify for down payment assistance. That is in a traditional market, right? But with this whole thing going on with the pandemic, now your minimum credit score, it needs to be 620.
Okay.
So that's temporary until all this is over, but 580 in a traditional market. In order to qualify for down payment assistance programs, your minimum credit score needs to be 640.
Okay.
And like I said, there's pros and cons for that down payment assistance program, which we traditionally call first buyer home programs, right? So a first buyer, someone that's considered a first time home buyer is someone that hasn't owned a house in 3 years or that has never owned a house. So a lot of people don't know that, right? A lot of people think the first time home buyer programs is if you've never owned a home. That's not true. You can't own a house in the last 3 years.
Okay.
That's not just here in Arizona, that's nationwide.
Wow, look at you. You are educating us. I never knew that. I literally thought first time home buyer meant your first time, period.
No, it's if you haven't owned a house in the last 3 years, or you never bought a house before.
Okay. Well, tell me this. let me ask you these two questions. One of the things that I've heard is if you have ever filed a Chapter 7 or within like 10 years, you can't purchase a home, or if you have ever faced an eviction, if you've ever experienced eviction before, you can't own a home. Talk to us about that.
No, there are time guidelines, and the time guidelines are different for the different chapters. Chapter 13, that's the one that you had to repay, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so chapter 13, you only have to wait a year.
Wow,
So
wow.
as long as we can show that you have been making your payments on
Mm-hmm.
time, if we have a
Okay.
history of 12 payments,
Mm-hmm.
then you can buy a house after those 12 payments have been made on time. For
Okay.
chapter 7, it's a little longer waiting period. I am not sure of that right now, but I'll
Okay.
go back and post it in the comments.
Okay,
For an
great.
eviction, I mean, your credit goes down with an eviction. Your credit
Yes,
score goes down. So it's a
yes.
matter of getting that credit score back up.
Okay.
You can buy a house if you've ever been evicted.
Okay, see, information education is so powerful. So let's shift the conversation a little bit. You mentioned about what's happening now with the pandemic. So one of the questions I've been asking all of our entrepreneurs this week is how has the pandemic impacted you personally and in your business?
Well, personally, I can't go anywhere. I am a touchy-feely person. I can't hug people, and it's driving me nuts.
Yes.
So I'm very, I love hugging, and now that I can't do that, I'm like, whoa, what's gonna happen to me? No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
In my business, it definitely has slowed down. This is unprecedented, right? A lot of
Yes,
people are
yes,
fearful. They think that what's going on now looks very similar to what happened in 2008, and they
yes.
think that housing market is going to go down, that is going to crash. But I just want to tell everyone what's going on now we have never seen before. What
Hmm.
happened in 2008 happened because we were responsible when we were lending for houses, right?
Right,
The
right.
housing market was what made everything crash.
Yes, yes.
This is not the case. The
Right.
housing market remains steady and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You have had some people that are no longer able to purchase anymore, but it's because they got laid off, because their hours were cut, because we can't, if they're not essential workers, then they no longer have a job.
Right.
So we are seeing a lot of houses coming back on the market, but it's because people can no longer qualify to buy those
Okay.
houses. It has
Okay.
nothing to do with the housing market crashing.
Okay. Okay.
It's
That's very
completely
informative.
different. This is completely unprecedented.
Yes.
House prices are not going down, at least here in the Phoenix area, and from
Mm-hmm.
my other realtor friends in other states. House
Mm-hmm.
prices are not going down.
Okay.
Interest rates do remain a little low still.
Mm-hmm.
They fluctuate just like the stock market. They're going up and down all the
Mm-hmm.
time, like every day.
Okay.
But house prices are not going to come down
Mm-hmm.
anytime.
Okay.
So
Okay.
another thing to think about: when house
Mm-hmm.
prices go down, interest rates usually go up.
Okay. Okay.
So you would
Mm-hmm.
be at the same spot paying the same payment for a cheaper house because you're going to have a higher interest rate
Right.
than for a house price that's a little higher, but your interest rate is a little lower.
Okay. So let
So
me ask you this. You are so well versed and really understand the dynamics in housing. Is it going to be part of your plan as we navigate this unprecedented time to maybe start doing some educational things online to
I
build
am, that is
community
part of
there?
my plan. That is part of my plan. And more than anything, I want to be a resource. And
Yes.
it's being in real estate, it's so involved. It's not just selling a house, right?
Right.
It's selling a community, it's
Mhm.
selling resources within that community. So
Right.
I am going to start doing videos to educate people, not just about real estate, because again, this is unprecedented. We need to know how we're going to act now, right? Like,
Right.
we don't know how
Right.
to act during these times. Like, we've never seen anything like this.
Exactly.
So definitely, I'll start doing some videos to educate people,
Mhm.
not just in housing and the market, but in other community areas too.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Last question, is anything else that you want in addition to making sure you share your contact information so people can reach out to you in case they want to sell their home or in case they're looking to buy a home or they just want some baseline education on what things they need to have in place to be considered to be a homeowner? For the first time, or again, if they've owned a home in the past. So, what are some things that that's happening in your business immediately or in the future that you would like for the Be Well community and our listeners to be able to support you in?
So immediately when I've switched all my meetings to either a phone call, a FaceTime call, a Zoom meeting, that way we can meet with my trusted loan officers. We can see what it is that you need to get ready to buy a house. Maybe you're not sure about pulling the trigger now, but get you ready. So when all this is said and done, you're ready and you're the first one to put in an offer on a house that you really like once this is all said and done. Also educating people about new houses, like brand new houses that are going to be just built for you. A lot of people think those are not within their reach. So I'm educating people about that too. Everything can be virtual. If you are scared to leave your house, but you want to check out a house that's on the market, I can go and do FaceTime with you, give you a tour through the house. I mean, everything can be done virtually, pretty much.
Wow.
Or we can send runners to your house to get documents. I'm really trying to accommodate to everyone's needs and keep everyone safe at the same time so they don't leave their house, or only when it's like 100% necessary for you to be somewhere that you do that. So in the future too, I will be putting out those educational videos, just being a resource to my community.
Okay.
And so be on the lookout for that. I'll share them to the group. I'll be interviewing different people in the community. So just being resourceful. If you need anything, that doesn't even have to do anything with housing, and you need something and you're here in the Phoenix area, please DM me, please call me, text me. I'd be more than happy to be a resource to you.
Carmen, she may have had a little slowdown in her internet. That was the only time this whole time. So she should be right back on in just a second here. So I'm glad you actually kind of talked about that and explained that, because I think that there are a lot of misconceptions about what it means to be like a new homeowner, qualifications. I was talking to somebody recently about the same thing. It's like, yeah, if prices go down, interest rates are most likely going to go up. So it's really going to be spending and probably at about the same level. So it's kind of good to know.
It's not anticipated though that the prices are going to go down. Yeah. I'm well connected to experts that know more than me about finances and about the market and stuff like that. And it's not anticipated that the house prices are going to go down. So people kind of want to wait it out and see, hey, prices are going to go down. They're not. It's not anticipated. Again, like with everything that's going on now, everything changes daily. Right. So this morning, house prices are not going down. Tomorrow can be a different story. So I don't want you to say, hey, you guaranteed me house prices are not going to go down. Right. Everything we're seeing right now is completely different than anything we had seen before. So we're taking it day by day, just like you.
Right. Well, great information. That's why it's so important for us to be well connected so that we can continue to get the information from our.
Oh no, she had another glitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anybody if you, even if you're not in Phoenix and you have questions about real estate, please let me know. I'm part of a huge network of realtors all over the country and all over the world, for the matter of fact. So if you need someone in another state, please let me know. I can connect you to someone that's of my trust, and that I know without a shadow of a doubt that they're going to be able to help you in whichever market you're in. So again, if you're not in Phoenix, you have questions about real estate, please let me know. I will connect you with the right person to answer all your questions.
And do you have a website that people can go to
Yeah,
connect with
so
you?
it's Dorally dot sold by bytlt.com. So Dorally, I know it's difficult to spell, but it's here on my shirt. And
I'll
I'm
put the link in the comments for everybody too.
yeah, please do. And I do have an app if you're in Phoenix that's better than Zillow because it has all the up-to-date listings. So if you want me to text you my app, please do so. My phone number, Mike can put it on the comments, but it's 602-931-7267. Even if you don't feel like you're ready now, let's get you on the path, right? Let's figure out what it is that you need to be ready for whenever you're ready. Financially ready for whenever you're mentally ready.
Right, because it is a process, and there's steps you have to go through.
Absolutely.
Cool.
And also, let's educate people about credit, right? A lot of times we start paying off a bunch of collections. Sometimes that's not needed to buy a house. So before you start working on your credit on your own, give me a call.
That's good to know. What I'm going to do for anyone who's watching, I'm going to put Doraly's website address in here, and then also her phone number in here so you can get in contact with her. And if you're looking to buy real estate in Arizona, or if you're looking for someone who can maybe help you in another state, she'll be a good reference for you to go to.
Appreciate it.
All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll close it out. Carmen will most likely, let's see if she might make it back on. We can give another minute or two to see. Are you on any social media pages at all?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. So please feel free to add me. I do have a business page and a personal page. You can add me on one or both, or it doesn't matter. I'm really active on there. Sometimes I go to vacant houses and just go Facebook Live and show people the house. So I have fun. I'm not, what do I want to say? I take my business seriously, but I'm also a real person that likes to have fun. So
that's the goal of these too, is like, when Carmen talked about doing these spotlights, is like she wants people to get to know the person behind the business.
Right.
Because also often it's just about, here's my business, but people really connect to who the person is.
Right.
That's where we kind of find those common bonds and build those relationships.
Exactly.
All right, perfect. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. I just added in the comments a link to Doraly's website, so you'd be able to get in touch with her for your real estate needs. And Doraly, on behalf of Carmen, I'd like to just thank you for taking some time off to join us. We had a pretty smooth technology day otherwise, but thanks again for taking some time off.
Have a good day, everyone. Please get in touch with me if you have any questions.
All right, will do. You have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.